Good evening and welcome. I'm John Lynch, President of Barnes Jewish Hospital. On behalf of the Goldfarb School of Nursing and the Foundation for Barnes Jewish Hospital, thank you for joining us for this wonderful occasion of the installation of Dr. Mayola Rouser as the Jack Taylor Dean of the Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College. Over the past year, we've all made major adjustments in our lives to keep everyone safe. Today is no exception. While we always enjoy being together to celebrate new leadership and achievements, this evening we recognize Dr. Rouser from a safe distance, yet with the same congratulatory spirit and warm wishes. As president of Barnes Jewish Hospital, it's a tremendous honor to share in this special day with Dr. Rouser's family, friends, colleagues, and the supporters of Goldfarb. While Dr. Rouser has been here in the role as Dean and Chief Academic Officer since May of 2019, today we officially install her as the Jack Taylor Dean of Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College. This is all possible because of the generosity of the Taylor family. We're grateful for this investment that provides the essential funding to help us attract and support such talented people as Dr. Rouser. Generous donors such as the Taylors and so many of you are strengthening Goldfarb in so many ways, including providing scholarships for students, endowed deanships such as the one we recognize today, and beyond. These are tremendous stepping stones to a stronger, brighter healthcare future for all of us. We're so proud and honored to welcome Dr. Mayola Rouser to the Goldfarb leadership team. She is already putting her impressive stamp on the college, and we're excited about all the accomplishments to come under her leadership. Even though we can't all be together to congratulate Dr. Rouser, so many people are here in spirit and want to share well wishes and special sentiments with her. Let's hear from some of Dr. Rouser's admirers now.
My name is Dr. Judy Smith. I am the Assistant Dean of Undergraduate Programs at Goldfarb School of Nursing. I'm honored to be able to personally congratulate Dean Rouser on her special installation day. I've had the pleasure of getting to know Dr. Rouser and working closely with her over these past 2 years. When Dean Rouser started her journey at Goldfarb School of Nursing, she jumped right in, immediately rolling up her sleeves to prepare for the Commission on Collegiate Nursing, which is CCNE, and the Higher Learning Commission, which is HLC. These are two major accrediting bodies that review nursing schools, and it can be quite a heavy lift to prepare for these. And notwithstanding these challenges, we were soon faced with a major historic event, none other than the COVID-19 pandemic. Martin Luther King once said, "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy." This quote could not be more fitting during these times of chaos and stress with the COVID-19 pandemic. This quote also reminds me how Dean Rouser faced these challenges with grit and grace as she helped guide us during this time of crisis. With Dr. Rouser's leadership, faculty and staff were able to quickly pivot to transform our curriculum into an online learning platform. Additionally, we implemented virtual simulation products for the safety of our students. In closing, I have learned so much from Dean Rouser. She has been an amazing mentor, colleague, and friend. Congratulations, Dean Rouser, on your special day.
Hello, my name is Ronald Roshan. I serve as president at the University of Southern Indiana. It gives me great honor and distinct pleasure to come before you just to acknowledge a dear friend, a colleague, someone who I have come to trust and admire. In fact, love professionally and personally, Dr. Mayola Rouser, the brand new dean at the Barnes Jewish College. I greet all the faculty, staff, and administrators. You have made an amazing selection. I've known Mayola for nearly 11 years now. When I arrived at this institution as a provost, and we have developed an amazing relationship. I've watched her on campus, I watched her in the community. She's a human being who cares about the well-being of others. She demands excellence from her student body. She has taught me the the overwhelming importance, not of just nursing, not just the profession, but the people who engage this profession. Dr. Rouser is an ambassador. She's a scholar. She is a consummate professional, bringing forth the best in all of us. I am really happy that you selected this individual to be a part of your community. It was our loss and your gain. Dr. Rouser, I say congratulations. I also say thank you for making me better, making us better. I wish you well. I wish your college well. I wish your students even better. Go out and transform lives, transform this globe. Continue to make nursing at the forefront of our thinking with respect. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Deborah Wilson, and I am Dr. Mayola Rouser's sister. I want to congratulate Mayola on her accomplishment on becoming the new chairholder of Jack Taylor, Dean of Nursing. I am so proud of Mayola. My mother was a nurse during World War II, and ever since Mayola was a little girl, she always wanted to be a nurse. Mayola went from a nurse's aide at the age of 18 to an LPN, and then she received her associate, her bachelor's, her master's, and 2 doctorates in nursing. Our parents died when Mayola was in her late teens and early 20s. Mayola made these accomplishments without any parental support. Not only is she an amazing woman, she's intelligent, and with all her accomplishment, I know that Mayola is an excellent addition to Barnes Jewish College School of Nursing program. Congratulations, Mayola. I love you. Yo, sis.
Good evening, and a special good evening to you, my friend, Mayola Rouser, a colleague and friend. Congratulations on your installation and chairholder of the Jack Taylor Dean of Goldfarb School of Nursing. I've had the privilege of sharing some very special occasions with you, and tonight is one more. The first time was back in 1983 at your graduation from the University of Evansville Associate Degree Nursing Program, and later at USI Baccalaureate and Master's Degree Nursing Program commencement ceremonies. One of the wisest decisions I made as Dean of the USI College of Nursing and Health Professions was to offer you a faculty position. You excelled in the faculty role as you had done in your previous clinical practice roles. While continuing your busy role as a single mom and a full-time USI nursing faculty, you enrolled and successfully graduated with honors from the University of Tennessee with both a DNP and a PhD nursing degree. Your research, grant writing, and leadership skills resulted in 3 successfully implemented HRSA community-based grants, and your subsequent appointments as a USI nursing and university administrator. In addition to my recognition and congratulations to you, Dr. Rouser, I congratulate the leadership of BJC and the Goldfarb School of Nursing on your selection as a Jack Taylor Dean of Goldfarb School of Nursing. I wish you continued success in your dean role and look forward to the national recognition that your leadership is and will continue to bring to the Goldfarb School of Nursing. Congratulations.
Good evening. My name is DeJuan Rouser. I'm the son of Dr. Mayola Rouser, and I'd like to congratulate her on her installment. Thank you and have a good night.
Hi, Mommy. I just want to say that I am so proud of you. You literally have carried the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you've always instilled in me and my brother that when you work hard, you'll get exactly what you want. I am so proud of you, and I know that the best is yet to come. You're going to do amazing things. You already have done so many amazing things, and I'm excited to be a part of your journey with you. I love you. I miss you. I can't wait to see you soon, and congratulations.
That was beautiful, Dr. Rouser. I hope you know how much you're valued and appreciated here. Let's keep moving so we can give you more of that special recognition you deserve. Goldfarb has been fortunate to have a legacy of strong, dedicated leadership. This includes Dr. Nancy Redenauer, the Maxine Clark and Bob Fox president at Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College, as well as the board chair of Goldfarb, Jean Kahn. As a generous donor and leader, we're grateful for Jean's initiative and drive that is steering us on this path of success. Jean Kahn retired from a career in retailing in 2012, where he was the chief executive officer at Claire's Stores, a global retailer of fashion accessories and jewelry for young women. Prior to that, he was the chairman and CEO of the May department stores from 1998 through 2005. His tenure and leadership also extended to the boardroom of many notable healthcare organizations and within higher education. For example, Jean was elected to the Washington University Board of Trustees in 1998 and chaired the Washington University Brown School National Council for nearly 10 years. He is a member of the Institute for Public Health National Council and has been an engaged board member at Barnes Jewish Hospital since 2002. He has served on Goldfarb's Board of Trustees since 2012 and is currently serving as board president. We're so fortunate to have Jean's drive and guidance at Goldfarb and appreciate his unwavering dedication to advancing the mission of the college to be the top-ranked school with demonstrated community impact and a growing research and scholarship enterprise. Tonight, it's my pleasure to introduce Jean Kahn, board chair, as we prepare to install Dr. Rouser as the Jack Taylor Dean at Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College.
Thank you, Dr. Lynch, and good evening, everyone. As the board chair of Goldfarb, I'm honored to be a part of recognizing Dr. Mayola Rouser on this very special occasion, unfortunately delayed because of the pandemic that changed the course of the school last March. Since Dr. Rouser joined Goldfarb in May 2019, the school has never been quite the same, and I do mean that in the best possible way. With grace and tenacity, she applies her vast experience in academia and her passion for the nursing profession to benefit every student, every faculty member, and the entire team. She is an invaluable asset to our community. From day one, she has jumped in as Chief Academic Officer. She is responsible for educational policy and establishes academic standards for each of GSON's programs. When Dr. Rouser arrived at Goldfarb, she quickly partnered with Dr. Redenauer to steer the college's vision of being a national leader in nursing education, research, and scholarship. They have been a dynamic duo from day one. She successfully led both the American Association of Colleges of Nursing and the Higher Learning Commission accreditation processes. She was instrumental, and still is today, in standing up the entire remote learning endeavor that has allowed our students to continue their educations and graduate while maintaining exceedingly high NCLEX scores. Dr. Rouser's focus on broadening the diversity of faculty, staff, and students opens doors to exciting possibilities and ultimately results in even better patient care, all within a more inclusive community. She had been an active participant and continues to be in the strategic planning work that began in September 2019 and will conclude with the launch of GSON's strategic goals and objectives later this spring. Dr. Rouser is also building strong partnerships within and outside Goldfarb, and she is determined to increase grants and other funding to support scholarship and research as we grow this portion of our strategic goals and objectives. All of these ventures position Goldfarb for long-term success as a leader in educating and training the nurse leaders of tomorrow. As a way of background, over 13 years at the University of Southern Indiana, Dr. Rouser held various leadership positions, including Director of Graduate Studies, Assistant Dean of the College of Nursing and Health Professions, and Director of 3 community health centers before we successfully recruited her to Goldfarb. She has extensive experience working with underserved and ethnic and minority populations. She also served as project director and principal investigator for numerous grant-funded projects that addressed health disparities. In addition, she volunteered her time as a site evaluator for the Commission on Collegiate Nursing Education and as a grant reviewer. These experiences bring invaluable insight to her work at Goldfarb and to the St. Louis community as a whole. Dr. Mayola Rouser is truly a woman of achievement, fully deserving the distinction of being named the Jack Taylor Dean at the Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College. That's why I am elated to officially congratulate Dr. Rouser on this recognition today personally and on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the entire Goldfarb and Medical Center campus communities. Let's now hear from Dr. Nancy Ridenour, the Maxine Clark and Bob Fox president of the Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College. As you may know, Dr. Ridenour recently announced her intention to step down from her role as the Goldfarb president later this year. The good news is she has agreed to stay with us to focus on special projects for Goldfarb once a new president is named. We are grateful for her service and the tremendous impact she has had on the college. Please welcome Dr. Ridenour now, who will share more about Dr. Rouser and the Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College.
Thank you, Jean. Today is all about Dr. Mayola Rouser. I'm honored to be part of this ceremony to install her as the Jack Taylor Dean at Goldfarb. Thank you to the Taylor family for your giving that makes so much possible through this deanship. Dr. Rouser came to us with a wealth of experience and expertise in higher education administration and accreditation. She knew very early in her kindergarten days by watching her mother, a Red Cross volunteer, that she wanted to be a nurse. Pursuing her dream of becoming a nurse, she fell in love with mental health nursing while a student at University of Southern Indiana School of Nursing. Throughout her career, she has remained true to her dream. She has worked in various clinical settings, and upon completing her graduate education, she embarked on an academic career while maintaining her psych mental health nurse practitioner practice. She has served in several positions at University of Southern Indiana, including Director of Graduate Studies, Assistant Dean of Nursing, Chair of the DNP program, and Director of Community Health Centers. She has the unique distinction of being the first person in the country to receive both the DNP and PhD degrees from the University of Tennessee Health Science Center. Dr. Rouser is the recipient of numerous awards: the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration Minority Fellowship, Distinguished Nursing Alumni Award from University of Southern Indiana, Academic Excellence and Community Service Award from the University of Tennessee Health Sciences Center. She was the principal investigator on several million-dollar grants to fund federally qualified health centers. Dr. Rouser joined Goldfarb as we were in the midst of seeking reaccreditation. Her expertise as a CCNE site visitor proved invaluable to our success. I am privileged and honored to work with a strong student advocate, a leader in competency-based curricula, and an expert clinician. I rely on Dr. Rouser for her calm and reasoned approach and value her expertise. Dr. Rouser, I offer you my heartfelt congratulations. I am excited about all that's ahead for Goldfarb with you as the dean. I look forward to continuing to work together in new ways to advance the college. Dr. Lynch, Would you please do the honors for our formal installation of Dr. Rouser?
On behalf of the physicians, staff, and the boards of Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College and the Foundation for Barnes Jewish Hospital, I hereby install Dr. Mayola Rouser as the Jack Taylor Dean of the Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College.
Thank you, Dr. Lynch. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for taking the time to share this momentous occasion with me. I would also like to say thank you to the family of Jack Taylor. It is truly an honor to hold the deanship chair. Thank you to Susan L. and the Foundation for Barnes Jewish Hospital for all that you have done to make this evening a possibility. President Reinar, Dr. Lynch, Bob Cannon, and Mr. Khan, many thanks to you for your kind words. To my sons, my sister and brother, my love, my nieces, nephews, and all of my best friends in the world, my colleagues and co-workers, and my mentors, thank you for being here. I arrived at Goldfarb 2 years ago this month, and while 2020 seemed like one very long day, time has flown by. I remember writing in my letter of interest in this deanship of my excitement about the opportunities for growth for Goldfarb and why I felt I had the relevant academic preparation and experience to serve as the dean. I am as excited now to serve as the dean of Goldfarb School of Nursing as I was on my first day here. What I'll share with you this evening is my learning journey, administrative roles I've held, and finally my vision for Goldfarb. I always wanted to be a nurse, and this is my story. I wanted to be a nurse long before I fully understood the role of the nurse. My earliest memory of wanting to be a nurse was when I was 3 years old. My educational preparations started here with my kindergarten graduation. I was 5 years old. Obviously, I didn't have much to say on how I would wear my regalia or the position of my mortarboard. My diploma had verses from popular nursery rhymes on it. Fast forward, I grew up, graduated high school, highly motivated and determined to realize my dream. My life at the time dictated my journey to becoming a nurse would be step by step. I worked full-time as a nursing assistant in the evenings while training to be an LPN or licensed practical nurse. I worked full-time as an LPN while in the associate degree nursing program at the University of Evansville. So the truth is, I worked full-time while enrolled in all of my nursing programs. It was not easy. And by the time I started my master's in nursing program, I was a widow with 2 children. I had to earn a living, and I yearned for the knowledge that each degree afforded me. My mother often said, where there's a will, there's a way. I had the will, and I had family and friends who were supportive of me along my way. Sometimes my friends and family cared for my children when I had classes in the evening, and my nursing faculty were tolerant on the occasions that I had to bring my children to class when I didn't have a sitter. So my first position in academia was as a coordinator and then director of a federally funded grant at the University of Southern Indiana. I formally joined the faculty in 2005 when I completed my first doctoral degree. Being at USI opened many doors and opportunities for me, more than I could have imagined. I had the good fortune to have a dean at the time, Dr. Nadine Kudre, who was my role model, my coach, my mentor, and my best critic. She encouraged me, guided me, and told me all the things I was capable of doing. And I told her and others that she kept telling me things I could do, like earn 2 doctoral degrees in 5.5 years, and I kept believing her. I cried when she told me she was retiring, but she said that we would always stay in touch. She remains my role model, my coach, my mentor, my best critic, and my friend. I learned a great deal from her. I felt myself grow professionally under her leadership. For years, I watched how she led, how she mentored me and others. And there were times when I thought that given the opportunity to become a dean, she was the kind of dean I wanted to be. While in the College of Nursing, I was appointed director of the Master's in Nursing program, chair of the Master's in Doctoral Nursing programs, and assistant dean of all the nursing programs. One day, the provost, now president of the University of Southern Indiana, Dr. Ronald Roshan, called me. I wasn't sure why he was calling me. I thought maybe he was going to ask me to serve on the search committee for the Director of Graduate Studies. I was surprised and honored when he asked me to serve as Interim Director of Graduate Studies. I enjoyed my role as Assistant Dean, and this meant literally moving out of my comfort zone in the College of Nursing. However, when your provost asks you to serve, you do just that, and so I moved over to Graduate Studies. From that point forward, he became my mentor. I couldn't believe how blessed I was to have two amazing mentors, and having them in my life changed my life. Graduate Studies brought a whole different level of responsibility with oversight over 15 graduate programs, but it also brought opportunities to increase enrollment by developing a marketing and recruitment plan, improving workflow processes, and developing strategic goals that aligned with the strategic direction of the university, and also professional growth for me. Dr. Roshan was always so supportive. He believed in me, and I believed in him too. He instilled confidence in me. He would tell me that I was strong, that I was smart, that I was a leader. He leads by example. He is wise, and I was like a sponge soaking up all the wisdom he shared. There are many attributes that I admire about him, especially his unwavering commitments to the students, and I share the same philosophy. After 1 year, I was appointed Director of Graduate Studies, and I served in that role for 5 years. In the spring of 2018, I received an email from a search firm regarding this deanship at Goldfarb School of Nursing. I had many successes during my tenure at USI in the College of Nursing and Graduate Studies, and while I was not discontent in my role as Director of Graduate Studies, to be perfectly honest, I miss nursing. So I submitted a letter of interest for the dean's position. What impressed me the most about Goldfarb, aside from the graduation, certification, and licensure pass rates, was the commitment of everyone I met to the mission and goals of the school. I believed then that Goldfarb was a well-kept secret with the potential to be a strong leader in nursing education. And it just felt right to me. It felt like the place I wanted to be. It felt like home. My learning journey, professional development, and advancing administrative opportunities at USI prepared me for this role. President Reitnar, my newest mentor, the Board of Trustees, my colleagues on the President's Council, the faculty and staff in the college have welcomed me and supported me since day one. For me, the Jack Taylor Deanship is my opportunity to give back to the profession that I love. My vision for the future of Goldfarb aligns with the strategic direction of the college. My vision embraces the educational preparation of the next generation of nurses. I pledge to stay abreast of all of the accreditation criteria and regulatory policies related to nursing education to ensure our programs and curriculum remain in compliance. I will support the American Association of Colleges of Nursing's yearly congressional requests by participating in discussion with fellow deans and congressional members from our state on funding matters directly related to nursing education, nursing workforce development, and nursing research. I will work with our clinical partners and community partners to ensure that our graduates are prepared to confront the complex healthcare demands of today. A strong faculty is needed to prepare our students to transform healthcare. We have a strong faculty that can be further strengthened by supporting this community of like-minded nurse educators with the resources for the ongoing development of the scholarship of teaching, which is integral to the role of the faculty. It is my role as the dean to collaborate with my nursing administration team and the faculty to develop this framework. I truly want to be the dean and mentor to my faculty that my mentors have been and still are for me. We have a collective vision to establish Goldfarb as a national leader in nursing research and scholarship. With the recent appointment of Dr. Dominique Reed as the Associate Dean for Research and the collaborations and partnerships with researchers at Washington University, specifically Dr. Patrick White, Dr. Parker Oliver, and Dr. Carla Washington, we know this goal is attainable. I will collaborate with Dr. Reed in supporting our current faculty in the development of their research and scholarship trajectories. I will assist in the recruitment and hiring of the best nurse scientists and assist in securing resources necessary to the infrastructure of the Office of Nursing Research. Lastly, I will share that I, along with my colleagues in the college, are conscious of the health inequities that exist in our community. One of our strategic goals is to address these disparities. This goal of community engagement and impact aligns with my own personal values of giving back to the community. There are many opportunities for me as dean to become involved in the community. I look forward to establishing partnerships in the community where our students can engage in the delivery of health care and health education programs. Partnerships where we can develop a pipeline of diverse students for our nursing programs. And partnerships in general where we will have a lasting impact in the community. I'm only giving you highlights of my vision and goals for the future of Goldfarb School of Nursing. My first full year was encased in the pandemic. Our faculty, staff, and administration worked hard and diligently to meet the needs of our students and each other. And with the end of this pandemic in sight, we are forging ahead with a strong strategic direction and motivation to make Goldfarb a national leader in nursing education, practice, research, and scholarship. I am proud and honored to have been selected as the Jack Taylor Dean of Goldfarb School of Nursing. And now, almost 2 years later, it is still the place I want to be. I'd like to close by sharing these insights from a book called Leader Shift by John C. Maxwell. In this particular chapter, Maxwell describes the characteristics of a calling. And I quote, "When it is your calling, you won't have to chase it. You'll be captivated by it. Your calling matches who you are. Your calling taps into your passion. Your calling is important to you, but it's not about you. Your calling is bigger than you. Your calling changes your perspective. Your calling gives you purpose. Your calling helps you to overcome obstacles. Your calling brings fulfillment." Being the Jack Taylor Dean at Goldfarb School of Nursing is my calling. Thank you, everyone, and a special thank you to my mentors, Dr. Kudre, Dr. Oshan, Dr. Rainar, Jean Kahn, and Dr. Julie Sebastian for all of your encouragement and support. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Rouser. We are truly honored to name you as the Jack Taylor Dean of Goldfarb School of Nursing at Barnes Jewish College. In assuming the position of dean, there are several parts of the position description: administrator, executive, leader with the faculty. But there is also the special leadership aspect of being dean of students, the advocate for our students, the role model, the motivator and cheerleader for the college. In the time I've gotten to know Mayola, what stands out is her compassion towards all combined with a genuine interest in the well-being of others. An inclusive leader whose experience as a clinician has shaped her view of health and healthcare to meet each individual where they are in life. And in her role as dean, to shape our future generation of practitioners in the most equitable approach to their life's work. We look forward to the many positive influences you will have on preparing exceptional leaders in an academic, learner-centered environment. And thanks to each of you who have joined us for this special night and for your continued commitment to Goldfarb School of Nursing. Now, before we go, I also want to thank Susan L., Executive Director and Vice President of the Foundation for Barnes-Jewish Hospital, and her team for making this evening a special virtual experience. Thanks again, everyone, and have a wonderful evening.